just wanted to have you watch this and get a little education going. This is kind of a piece to help you out with your first workout. So you guys have gone through an orientation, you're about to go through an orientation, and we told you about some of the soft tissue work and stretching stuff you can do before a workout, kind of before we get you guys going to the warm-up. These are some of the things that you'll do. So you may have heard us reference a lacrosse ball or foam rolling, different things like that. We're going to give you a few different ideas of things you can do to get you loosened up, ready for your session, feeling better, all those good things. So my favorite thing to do is probably to play with a lacrosse ball. This is probably new to you. You'll see a lot of people kind of grinding up against the wall and doing this when you walk in the first time. Now, what are they doing? Because it's hard to see that they got a ball hiding back there. But basically what you're doing is self-massage work. So we want to kind of look around and dig around for tight spots. My favorite spot to do it, and I'll use another tool we can use, the Theracane, is up here in the upper back. So you get a little bit of a squat, so you have to move up and down and dig the lacrosse ball kind of into the middle of that backward muscle, and then just dig around and look for trigger points. If you're having trouble finding stuff, you can give yourself a little bit of a hug and then work around to the edges and find those spots that are really tight and tender, because odds are you will find them. Other things, other big ones with the lacrosse ball, is to dig around at the hips. So you get that ball kind of into that hip, work all the way around the glute, and that's another big spot if you have back pain, hip pain, things like that. It's another great area to hit. What you're looking for, if you have hip bone right here, I like to start in this meaty tissue right in front and kind of dig the ball and work around, and then anything that attaches to that hip or attaches to that pelvis, that's all tissue that we can hit. If you find spots that are tighter, so things that feel different than just easy massage stuff, that's where we want to spend a little bit of extra time and kind of, it's different on everybody, so find the spots that are tightest on you and then spend the most time on that before a session. Other things you can do, so we've got the Theracane, that's great for hitting up here, hitting the upper back, you need to get in the mid-back. Don't roll or do anything directly on the spine, put the muscle on the side of the spine or creates a hit. My favorite lazy person method is playing with the stick. So if you guys are familiar with foam rolling, you can play with the stick the same way you do a lot of those things. So working the quads out, doing the calves, like so. Anything you want to hit with this or with this is a good idea. The next thing that you'll see people do is playing on a foam roller. And with this thing, we're going to think about big muscle groups. So you'll be on the ground. My favorite way to do these is to work the hamstrings, big muscle group in the hamstrings. And I tell people to work their foot like it's a clock. So they're working that muscle around, they're working that leg around, so they're hitting different areas. And basically you just want to feel it out, get a few good passes. And if you find something that's super tight, work on that spot, focus on that spot. Same thing on the calves, point that toe, you'll work it around, 3 to 9 o'clock, I guess. And then if you have time, you can also get over and get the IT band. It's another spot that's very tight. So getting on your side, using that leg for support, and then rolling up and down here. You want to find the front and kind of the back side, roll around, try to find the spots that are most tender on you. And just find the things that you feel like are most effective for you in your situation, because that's going to be different for everybody. But you guys come in, 10 minutes, 5 minutes early, play around with some of these things, figure out what feels best to you, and then we'll get you ready to get warming up, start the kettlebell walks and everything else. GR the Dungeon. See you in the